Hello YouTube, this is We All Juggle Knives and Lights with a review of the Nitecore TM03. That is Tiny Monster 03. This is a tactical beast. It produces up to 2,800 lumens from a single 18650 battery. And right off the bat, let me just say, this is a game changer. Like in the flashlight market, this is a huge jump in lumens. Okay, normally lights that take one 18650, your average one will give about 1,000 lumens maximum. If you're talking about like your better lights, like my Ace Beam for example, that'll give 1,400. This is twice that. I mean, there's nothing else like it right now except for maybe some custom lights, but as a production light, this is a game changer. All right, now this light was sent to me. It was not sent to me by Nitecore. It was actually sent to me by a website that sells flashlights. So I will include a link to the product link for that website, and also they sell hundreds of other flashlights, okay? So I mean, they got budget stuff, they got everything, so I'll include that link. Oh, and also they gave me a discount code to give to you. It reduces the price of this to $90. Okay, so that's a substantial discount, so I want to thank them again for, helping my subscribers out. Now this light will come with a belt holster, like you see here. Right, there's the belt loop. It's the Velcro closure. That overflap. It also comes with some spare O-rings and of course the instruction manual and a battery, which I will show you. And here is a closer look at the light. You see the little baffles here to re-radiate heat. It's got two tail switches. And here is the emitter and the reflector. It also has a crenellated bezel right there. Now to install or replace the battery, you twist off the tail cap like so. As I said, this comes with its own dedicated battery. It's a special battery with basically, if you want the best performance out of this light, you have to use this special version of an 18650. Alright, and I guess this is different even from your usual Nitecore 18650s. It comes with a light. If you try to buy it separately on Amazon, the current price is $17. Basic operation of this light. It's all achieved with these two tail switches. I'm going to refer to this as the main tail switch because it's larger. Now this has a momentary on feature, meaning you can half press that main tail switch and it'll give you light for as long as you keep pressure on it. Or you can press it all the way, in which case it just turns the light on. Now the other tail switch allows you to change modes. Basically each time you press it, it will change modes. Let's do that now. Right, so you see it has 4 brightness levels, and this is the 2,800 lumens. That is extremely bright. I mean, it's like an X-ray. Now you can also access the strobe by pressing this second tail switch, pressing and holding it. Alright, strobe warning. Right, so you got like instant access to that strobe. That is very good. It's a very disorienting strobe. I mean, check that out. Now when the light is off, if you double tap that switch there, the second switch, it will go to turbo instantly. Alright, so if you double tap that, instant access to turbo. Now this also has a second mode cycle option, which basically reverses the controls for the turbo and the strobe. In other words, in the second optional mode cycle, if you were to double tap this, you would go directly to the strobe. Right, and if you would press and hold it while it was on, you would go to the turbo. Okay, and if you want to know how to switch between those two mode cycles, basically it's a little bit complicated. It's the type of thing you have to read. You just know you can set it between this and this. Now I have it set in the strobe ready because that's how it came, and I like I like that mode cycle. Okay, I am out here with the Nitecore TM03. This is the turbo mode. Alright, let's cycle through the brightness levels. Okay, this is the lowest brightness level. Alright, strobe warning. There is your strobe. And here is the profile of the beam on this Nitecore on the driveway. You can see it's quite floody. Out here with this Nitecore light lighting up this road. You see it's a country road. There's no lights on this road. There's nothing here. Alright, look how far it goes down that road. Alright, and there's a creek over here. And here is the creek and we are lighting it up. Look how far it reaches. And across. Up to the treetops. Way up there. Look how bright this is. And look how much it lights up. I'm on the bank. I'm up here. We're looking down on the creek. I'm like way up here. I'm like perched up here. Yeah, this is a very bright light. Yeah, there's a lot of humidity in the air too, but this thing is cutting right through. Okay, out here with this Nitecore Tiny Monster at the sports field. We're going to try to go from goal to goal, right? We're standing at one goal. 100 meters away, there's another goal out there. Can we reach it? There is a ton of humidity in the air, but it just barely can reach it. Let's see if I can zoom in. There, you see it. You see that goal. Right, so the light from this flashlight bouncing off that goal 100 meters away through like freaking 80% humidity. Yeah, reaching 100 meters with the turbo mode. Zooming back, I'm way back here, lighting up that goal. This thing is crazy. I mean, the amount of lumens that it puts out, it's just, like I said, it's a game changer. It's like an order of magnitude greater than the competition. Tiny Monster is definitely a fitting moniker for this light. Now, it's more of a floody light. It's not specifically like a spotlight or a super long-range thrower. However, it's so bright that you're still going to get some good range out of it. But the great thing about this is instant access to strobe and instant access to the turbo mode, as well as momentary on. And because it has a memory function, you know, if it's in the highest mode, then you have momentary on, which will always be at the brightest setting. I mean, that is a lot of blinding power for tactical situations. And that secondary tail switch, which kind of pivots like a lever, that is a great idea. I have seen that on other lights before. Remember that Claris tactical light that I reviewed that had that? And that was one of the main reasons why that light was an awesome tactical light. You know, it's good because, number one, you can operate it using the reverse grip, which is taught with certain methods of using a flashlight with a handgun. And the other thing is that the secondary tail switch is sufficiently different than the primary tail switch. You know, it's a different shape. You're going to be able to tell the difference by touch and be able to differentiate between them, so you're not going to get them confused. It's good for rapid action. Now, the only hit that I can give this is that special battery. I mean, with a tactical light, I would like to be able to use any 18650 that I have around, right? So that is kind of a hit. It wouldn't be so bad if you could buy a bunch of extras for, you know, an okay price, but they're $17 each. I have seen some bundles that include 2 or 3 with the light, but of course they tack on the extra price there. But yeah, that's really the only hit I can give it, but I don't see any way around that because in order to get that many lumens, they pretty much had to make a battery that would feed it. So what I would say is this, Nitecore, if you can, try to sell us those batteries, maybe, you know, not even to make a profit, just to break even, just so that people who buy this light can have it a little easier stockpiling batteries. I mean, you know, don't sell them at a loss, obviously, but It'd be nice if we could stockpile some of those batteries more easily. So in summation, this has the great tactical features, and it's just so bright that even if you have none of those needs whatsoever, if you just want one of the brightest lights that takes one of this type of battery, this is what you want. It's really impressive. Alright, I hope you enjoyed seeing this light. I'll include that link, and don't forget to take advantage of that discount code for as long as it lasts. This has been We All Juggle Knives and Lights. I'm out.